Could BRICS end the US dollar's dominance? On November 30th, 2024, Donald Trump made a statement threatening to impose a 100% tariff on BRICS nations if they pursue plans for a new currency to rival the US. So why is BRICS a threat to the US? Before getting into that, let's first quickly understand what BRICS is. BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, which are countries that form an intergovernmental organization. BRICS was formed to make international trade within these countries better and easier without depending on the US dollar as a medium of exchange. As part of that, BRICS is planning to bring a new currency as foreign exchange reserve currency, which these countries will use instead of the US dollar. So, why would any country want to do that while everything is going well? There are a few strong reasons for it. Number one, to reduce dependency on the US dollar. Since the US controls the SWIFT network, any country wanting to do international trade using dollar have to comply with their regulations. And since the US imposes financial sanctions on many countries, it has become hard for countries to trade with the countries that have been sanctioned using the dollar, as the SWIFT network will reject the transaction. Number two, economic efficiency and trade simplification. Trading in a common currency reduces the need for multiple currency conversions, lowering transaction costs and exchange rate risks. This could make trade between BRICS countries more efficient and predictable. Number three, resilience against dollar fluctuations. Holding reserves in a BRICS-based currency could protect these countries from dollar volatility and changes in US monetary policy, which can have significant global ripple effects. Number four, addressing trade imbalances. In 2010, the combined GDP of the 5 countries was $11 trillion, which was 18% of the world economy. BRICS countries trade heavily among themselves, but settlements often require converting their currencies into US dollars. A common currency would eliminate the need for this intermediate step, reducing costs and potential currency imbalances. These are some reasons for the BRICS to look for a new reserve currency. Sounds good for them. Which country would benefit the most from a BRICS currency? Tell us in the comments. But how could it be a threat to the US economy? Major players in the international trade hold a huge amount of US dollars as reserve for the future trade. According to Forbes, as of November 29, 2024, India holds approximately $658 billion in foreign exchange reserves, with about $576.3 billion specifically in foreign currency assets, primarily US dollars. These reserves help maintain the liquidity of the dollar, thus helping in stabilizing the US economy. A new reserve currency could lower demand for the dollar in international trade and could lead to a depreciation of the dollar relative to other major currencies like the euro. A weaker dollar could make imports more expensive, potentially driving inflation in the US. If global demand for US treasuries falls, the US might face higher borrowing costs of investment assets like treasury bonds, leading to increased interest rates. Demand for higher yields on treasuries can lead to higher interest rates across the economy, including for mortgages, business loans, and consumer credit. This is because treasury yields serve as a benchmark for many other interest rates. In simpler words, when the demand for a currency drops in the international market, it directly affects its country's economy, like you becoming outdated in economics if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet. The BRICS have not officially announced its plan for a new reserve currency, but indicated it has plans for it. Tell us your opinion on implementing a new exchange currency for trade in the comments. So, if a country A had never made an international trade with country B, then country A would not have the currency of country B. In this case, there is no other way than using the US dollar as an exchange. Feels like the US is naturally fortunate, right? No. The US made a clear move decades ago that made it a global currency. We'll dive deeper into the history of the dollar's rise in our next video. Stay tuned.